What's going on, guys? Chandler's Legacy Farm here. We're testing some knives today. I got a fly in here bothering me in the garage today, but we're going to be testing some knives today. And I got another product here that I want to show you guys. It's been pretty neat. We'll do this one first. So Father's Day, right, came around, and my boy, he bought me a 2-pack of these Ryobi fans. They come with a rechargeable battery, and I think they'll last on high for 4 or 6 hours, something like that, maybe 4 or 6, somewhere in there, I think. But it's got a high. Hear that thing running? I've got the other one going right now too, because it's kind of warm in the garage this morning. There it is on low. But yeah, you can clip it on anything. You know, you can clip it on stuff, so that way it's aimed at you, and it rotates around, and not only it rotates, but it'll move this way too, so you can literally set it up however you need it. You can always get air flowing your way, right? So last weekend we went floating, and me and my wife, my boy, my daughter-in-law, we go floating. And we're floating along, and my daughter-in-law, she has her life jacket on, and she has this thing clipped somehow. I don't know how she had it exactly, but she had it clipped here on her life jacket, right, in the kayak. She's got it on, so it's blowing on her, you know, kind of keeping her cool, and doing its job. And she's playing with her. She's doing something with her fishing pole, right? She's doing something with the fishing pole. She's trying to get out to the end of the rod. She leans a little too far. Kayak turns over. So she flips over with this on her chest in the water. She's fine, but the water is over her head. So she does kind of have to swim a little ways to get where she can touch, and she had to get the kayak and everything. And by the time we got up to her, you know, she already pretty well had everything back together, and her and my son was flipping the kayak back over. But anyway, so this thing was totally submerged in the water long enough for her to swim 10 feet or so to get where she could touch land, and then get up out of the water enough that the fan was even out of the water. So this fan was running in, under the water while she's trying to get out, and the fan still works. That's what I'm getting at. There was some water got inside the battery compartment. You know, we took it off, just kind of shook it off and blew in there and put it back together and turned it back on, and she used the fan the rest of the day, and the fan still works. I wouldn't recommend getting these things wet and submerging them in water, but that one still works. So that might be kind of a, something to say for these fans. Maybe they're pretty good, maybe they're going to last pretty good, but they're made by Ryobi. And so yeah, I think they're just pretty darn cool, because I'm always outside doing something, and sometimes big guy like myself likes a little air flowing, you know what I mean? So anyway, you buy these in a 2-pack. I don't know how much he gave for them. I have no idea. Like I said, it was a Father's Day present. So that's my take on these Ryobi fans. All right, they work. They seem to be fun. All right, I like them. I know that. The other product we're coming out with today, or that I'm going to talk about today, has been talked about in a million YouTube videos. So I guess I'm just following suit like everybody else. I don't know. But we're going to do some things here with these products. I'll show you each one individually. This is the Milwaukee Tradesman. It's got a little over a 4-inch blade. Yes, it does rattle in the sheath. Drop point blade, hollow grind, and yeah, lanyard hole, full tang knife, over molded plastic construction, and a plastic sheath. This is nowhere near Kydex. It's just plastic sheath. It clicks in there pretty decent. You can kind of hear that little click, but it does kind of rattle around. But I carried this thing around with me for a couple days on a camping trip, and the rattle didn't bother me at all. it didn't even really rattle. You know, when I just had it hanging off my pants pocket. That's the way I did it. I just hung it off of my cargo shorts pocket. But anyway, it's got a pretty decent pocket clip. I mean, for the sheath, I don't know. It's a decent knife. I think I had to order this one on Amazon because I got the other three knives. The other three knives, I got those from yeah, Home Depot, and the nearest Home Depot to me is in like an hour and a half away. So I don't go to Home Depot very often. So whenever I was in there, I picked up everything that I was wanting to test that day, except for this. They didn't have this, so I ordered this on Amazon, and I think I gave $22 for it on Amazon. I had it in the cart, and they was wanting $25, and I'm like, I'm just not going to do that. And then it went down to $22, and I was like, well, I want to do this video. I want the knife, so I can do the video. And so I went ahead and got it for 22 bucks on Amazon. Then let's see. This is the tradesman knife. This is the Milwaukee duct knife. Duct knife. Anyway, that's what that is. Same style plastic sheath, same style clip, but it doesn't have any. This one has got a little thing you can push off of, right there. You know, this one really don't. Come on, go together. Let's really cut myself. Okay, this one don't have anything to push off of to get it out, so I push off the back of it here. There we go, just to get it unclicked, because it does click in there pretty good. It rattles also, but two-sided dagger style knife, right? It has plain edge and a serrated edge. Now, full tank construction, over molded plastic handle, lanyard hole just like the other one, but let's see, this one has got the Milwaukee in white, right, on both sides. Okay, this one says Milwaukee just on one side. The other side says it, but it's not filled in white. I don't know. You would have thought they would have put it, filled it in white also. But anyway, this is the duck knife. You can look at it pretty close. I've used it some. I carried it around on the farm a little bit. A lot of people, a lot of bushcraft guys, they don't like serrated edges. For farm work, for a boat knife, a serrated edge is awesome because you're cutting rope a lot. And there's nothing better, in my opinion, to cut rope with than a serrated edge. It just cuts it through. It just cuts through so much quicker. My opinion, it just seems, I don't know. I've always liked a serrated edge for any type of rope cutting. Or anytime you're going to be cutting something that you really don't want to dull that edge. Like if you're cutting copper wire, any kind of wiring, I would rather have a serrated edge and just go ahead and tear through it, so that way I'm not screwing up my my good fine edge blade, regular edge blade. So in my opinion, yes, there is definitely a place and places for a serrated edge where they work extremely well, in my opinion. Okay, that is the duck knife, and it's got like a, I don't know, this is a 4-inch blade, a little over 4-inch blade. So that's got to have it's going to be a 5.5-inch blade, something like that. I don't know, I didn't measure these. Sorry, I'm not a professional. I don't know the specs on all this shit. I just like to use it, play with it, and see what works, see what don't work. Just love knives. Anyway, that's that. Then, no Milwaukee collection can be complete without the fastback. I think that's what it is. Yeah, fastback. It's some sort of a Milwaukee fastback, pocket knife. And I know this is a 4-inch blade, so this has got to be like a 3-inch blade, right? Yeah, probably 3-inch blade, 2 3/4. I think it's 2 3/4. I don't know, somewhere in there. But anyway, we got this one. It's got a wire style pocket clip. There's something in here. Summertime. Anyway, wire style pocket clip. It's got a liner lock. It's not the frame lock. Yeah, it's a liner lock. Push it over, and then you can fold it up, right? But you can't get it open unless you push the button, right? And then after you push the button, you could actually open it with your finger like that. While you're holding the button down, you can get it started with your finger and then finish flipping it out, with your thumb. And then you can take your thumb, push the liner over, close it. Or you can just push the button and give it a hard flick and it'll flip right out there, right? I don't know if this thing rides on brass bushings. I don't know. I don't know what the hell's in there. Maybe brass bushings. I can't see it. Maybe you can see it. I don't know. Either way, it's relatively quick. It locks up tight. It's got a little wobble, but the lockup's pretty tight. But it does have just a little wobble. But these are like 20 bucks. I think the duck knife and this knife, I think they're right around 20 bucks. But I've carried this some. I've used it some. I actually the strap on the hook that holds my boat on the trailer. I've got a safety chain, and then you have your winch strap, hooked to your boat trailer. I was going down the highway the other day. I've got, the back of my boat is strapped. The front of the boat has got a safety chain on it. You should always run a safety chain on your boat. I'm just saying, because if that front strap breaks and if you don't have anything on the back to hold it down, you're going to lose your boat. That's happened. Not to me, but to people I know. So always put a safety chain on the front of your boat. Run it from where your winch is located up to the hook on the front of the boat. Anyway, the strap broke while I'm going down the highway, and I'm looking in the rearview mirror, and I can see the front of my boat going like this. I was hitting some bumps. I went over a couple of a set of double bridges. When I went over those bridges, naturally it's bumpy. Well, whenever I went over that, I'd see my boat do this number, right? And I told the wife, I said, something's wrong. So I immediately pulled off the highway and looked, and sure enough, the strap on the front of my boat had broken, and the straps on the back was holding the boat, and my safety chain in the front was holding the boat. But the main strap, for the winch, had broken off. So since it broke, I had to cut the strap, which is basically like seatbelt strapping, right? I had to cut that off in order to get it off so I could run the end of the strap through the hook and just tie it in a knot, for the time being. I just tied it in a knot and then hooked it back to the boat, and then we went on about our way. But anyway, that strap, I live 3.5 miles down a gravel road. That strap's been on that boat for as long as I've had the boat, and the boat's like a 1987 model or some shit. So anyway, I don't know how old the winch is and the strap, I don't know how old that stuff is, but it had years and years of dust, dirt, and grime, embedded into that strap. So when I went to cut it off, it dulled this knife a little bit by cutting that off, just because of all the dirt that was embedded inside the fibers of that strap and me trying to get it cut off. So it did dull it a little bit. So the edge retention on these is probably not the best. It is, they all are, everything here is stainless steel. So that is a super good plus, being stainless steel. But most stainless steels are a little harder to sharpen than your carbon steels. But this being a stainless steel, it's a soft stainless steel, so therefore it's not going to hold its edges long. You're going to have to work on these every once in a while, right? But yeah, they are relatively easy to sharpen back up, though. It's almost as easy to sharpen back up as a carbon steel, in my opinion. Maybe a little bit more. I don't know. It's not a real good grade of steel, but I mean, you're only paying 20 bucks for these knives or less anyway. So anyway, I did have to work on it. And then the next product that I have from Milwaukee is the 6-in-1. I think that's what they call it, 6-in-1. Or the 1505. I think a lot of people call it that. Million videos on this one also, I know. But push button design. Oh, there we go. It holds an extra blade right there. I know a lot of people don't know that. It will hold a spare blade right inside here. If you look right in there, you can see that I got a blade in there. All right. So it does hold an extra blade. It does have your little wire stripper right here. When it's in the closed position, you can open a beer bottle with it. So when you get done, you know, end of the day, you want to crack open a beer, there you go. You can open a bottle with it. It's got a lanyard hole right there. It's got a 2 position. Now it doesn't lock in this position, but there's a detent there. So with that detent there, you know, it'll help to hold it in that position. Or it has a liner lock to lock it in the straight up and down position. And you can see that this thing is straight up and down with the tool. So you can, it's since it's in the center, it works a lot like a standard screwdriver. So it works really well. You can put bit extensions on this or whatever. Leatherman extensions, also some of them, as far as I know, will fit in here too, I'm almost sure. But it comes with this bit. It's a double bit. You got a Phillips and a flat. Comes with a bit, and it's got decent. It's got a little ball here for the retention of the bit, and it's decent. And I said it does have that liner lock to open and close it. There's your detent, and it does have some jipping right here, a little bit of jipping. It's got a good finger choil here, so keep your hand up off of it. It's got like some rough spots here. I guess you could call that jipping, just for a little extra grip. Yeah, wire style pocket clip. And man, these wire style pocket clips on these are very stiff and pretty impressive actually for what you're paying for these little things. So anyway, button style lock. So you push the button, flick it, push the button, flick it. There you go. Right? Just like so. Alright. And also while I was in there, I went ahead and got a 5-pack of these blades just so I would have the spare blade to put in this thing, right? And so that's what I got there. They're supposed to be really good, really tough. 2 times sharper, last 5 times longer. Iron carbide edge. This is just a general purpose, all-purpose, you know. I don't know if they'll last any longer than something from Walmart or Harbor Freight. I have no idea. I haven't used them enough, but anyway, that's what I got. Had some dirt on it too already. Alright, now that I've wasted 17 minutes of your time, I'm going to go ahead and use these and probably waste another 17 minutes. Alright, here we go. We'll get you down here to the stump. We're going to do some stuff with these and just see what happens here. Alright, I'll get some of these out of here. Put that out of here. Let's see. We got, all right, let's see what we can do with some zip ties. Let's do that first. We'll use the tradesman first, okay? All right. Let's see what we can do here with some zip ties. Oh yeah, pop that right off there. All right, now let's use the duck knife. Blade on it's a little thicker, a little different shape. But we're gonna push that down in there. It'll be gentle. Oh yeah. Popped it right off there. Use the fastback. Oh yeah, that fastback's sharp after I worked on it a little bit. Alright. So let's see. We'll go ahead and get that one out too. Alright, here is some, this is some crank rope cord out of chainsaw. That's what it is. So it's relatively tough stuff. Let's see what we can do here with this fastback. Oh yeah, cuts it pretty good. We know a razor knife's gonna cut rope. I mean, come on. All right, now let's see how this serrated edge will do. Oh, it didn't cut through it. Huh, their serrated edge ain't that great. Oh, we darn. If you're cutting bigger rope though, and you can really loop it around it and give it a good tug, probably be alright. I don't know. I usually like serrated edge for cutting rope, but this little bitty rope, it doesn't work as well. Then naturally we got the tradesman. Yep, cuts right through. Alright, we'll see. Let's see here. Do some push cuts. Yeah, my stump's, you know, rough on the edges, so it's not going to do perfect, but there's a little bit. Do a push cut with this. Well, you got to watch your fingers on that. So, oh yeah, that pushed right through. Do this one. Oh yeah, you bet. They cut good too. Yeah, they cut good. So, all right. Let's see what else we got. Here we go. We got an old bungee cord. It's an old bungee cord. So let's see what this serrated edge will do with the bungee cord. Yep. Pulled right through the old bungee cord. Alright. Now we use the other side. Pulled right through. Alright. Use the fastback. Pulls right through. We use the tradesman. Oh yeah. Pretty good. Pretty good. Nice clean cuts. Pretty good looking clean cuts there. Alright. We got some like let's see here. Some like this is like fish tank tubing. That's what it is. Some tubing. Do some push cuts on this tubing. Oh yeah. Push it right through. Yep, that's pretty easy. Pretty good. Pretty good. Alright. Let's see. Now we'll do some, let's put these up. We'll do a little bit of testing with the work knife. Put those up for now. Alright, here we go. Let's got just a regular piece of household, you know, wiring. We'll just cut that, strip that out, strip that out. Cut that off. We'll just go ahead and pull these out. I don't need the copper wire. Oh, let's see how good this cuts. Oh yeah, cuts right through the coating. Then we got the wire stripper here, right? Let's put that in there and kind of roll it around. Stripped it right off. Just stick it in there and roll it around a little bit. Cut it right off. Done a fantastic job, actually. Pretty darn good. Alright, I like that little feature. Okay, let's test the other side here. The other tool. Get this out. Get out a block of wood here. Let's get out a block of wood. Just a standard drywall screw. This is standard drywall screw. Pop that dude on there. See how easy this is to do. Yeah, look at that. It's almost just like a standard screwdriver, you know. And then if you need that extra torque, like I said, you can put it into that little detent there, you know. If you need some extra torque on something, and it feels pretty natural to just put your thumb over it, you know. So yeah, pretty damn nice. I like it that it's center. With the bit being in the center of the tool, it's almost just like using a screwdriver. That worked pretty good. All right, now we're done with this one. For probably just completely done with that one. All right, let's see what we can do here. Let's see what we can do while we got a block of wood out here, right? Let's break out the tradesman. See what we can do with this. Let's just see. Damn. little baton, that's for sure. Got a little knot there at the bottom. Whoa, had to go through that knot. Rid of the knots here up there at the top. All right, let's see. Kind of hard to tell. I don't think it hurted any. I don't think it's hurt any. I don't think. Looks pretty good. I don't see no rolling, no chips, nothing like that. All right. Yeah. Okay. Now, we're going to make some feather sticks here. Make some feather sticks. We'll use a tradesman first here. Oh yeah. Not too bad. Not too bad. Kind of wants to bite. You're either going in too far or not far enough. But it's not doing bad. Not doing too bad. There's one feather stick with that one. All right. Get another stick out here. Let's use the pocket knife. We'll use that one, the fastback. Let's see. I'm trying to do feather sticks right beside this stupid knot, which is not working out the best, for sure. I didn't realize I was right by the knot, but look at there. It definitely makes some curls, makes some feathers. Ain't the prettiest feathers, but it'll do it. Alright. Now, let's use the duck knife. Let's use it. I didn't do any batoning with it because it's got that serrated edge. All it's going to do is mess up whatever you're using the baton with. Right? So, let's see. Now this doesn't go all the way down, so you can run your thumb up there, but you just got to be careful and not get up on the serrations, right? Yeah, it's a little rough on the thumb. I mean, this ain't, you would never use this in the woods as a woods knife anyway. I know I wouldn't. Serrations are always designed right-handed, okay? They're always designed right-handed. So if you're left-handed and you try to do something with it this way, like me, yeah, it won't do shit. You would have to do it with your right hand. See there? It'll cut. It'll cut if I do it with my right hand. See there? If I do it with my left hand, it won't do shit. Unless I tip it really far, and then you can't hardly push it. So, serrations on most blades, probably 95% of serrated blades out there, are designed to be used with your right hand, not your left hand. I know nobody else probably ever figures that out unless they are left-handed like me. So, there we go. There's 3 different feather sticks, 3 different Milwaukee knives. Alright, now let's work on some of that fat wood, alright? Let's work on some fat wood here. Move those out of the way just a little bit. Well, let's see. We'll get this piece of fat wood out that I've carved on a million times. Alright, we'll go with the tradesman first. Go with the tradesman. Man. Let's just start over here on this side. Now we're getting down into it. Now these do not have any sort of a sharpened spine. Well, that's sharp-ish, maybe. Yeah, you can get a little bit off, boy, not much. To use the back of the spine is probably just not gonna happen to do anything. We'll try it here in a minute, but you can make little bitty curls that should take a spark. Okay, let's go to the other knife. Let's go to the pocket knife. I'll try to make some little bitty curls with it. Yep, little bitty curls. It will not scratch anything. The back of the spine on that thing is definitely rounded off. Alright, starting to get a little pile here. Now, we'll go ahead and use the duck knife. See how well we like it. Well, that duck knife seems to be really sharp. Seems to be about the sharpest one of the bunch, actually. The pocket knife, I re-sharpened it. I just stropped it up a little bit after I cut that boat strap with it the other day. And I don't know, this duck knife seems to be all right. Okay, we probably got enough piled up here to make a little fire. So let's get rid of that. Let's see. Just piled up. Turn that fan off so it ain't blowing my fire out. If I can get one lit here. Not guaranteeing a whole lot, really. Alright. Hit out the fire still. I know this ain't gonna do nothing. Yep, nothing. This one might, up here on the edge, where it's not sharpened at, back here at this last ½ an inch. Yeah, it'll throw sparks there. All right, let's see about this one. I know it should throw sparks off the end here. Not the best. You gotta find the right spot. Yeah, not worth a shit, really. Let's see. Maybe that little bit of jipping there is sharp enough. Maybe. Sometimes. Yep. Oh no! Well, I screwed that all up, didn't I? I don't know, man. There we go. So the jipping will work. Man, come on. That ain't want to go at all. Oh, I just put it out. That fat wood ain't much, I guess. There we go. Okay. We got a fire. Took a couple tries. It ain't much of a fire, but it's a fire. Get these stacked up here. Look at that. Look at there. We got a fire. We got a fire with the Milwaukee tradesman. We've definitely got a fire. We don't need a fire today. It's freaking hot outside, buddy. It is hot out there. Yeah. Holy shit, we got a fire. That's a good one. That is a good one. Took me a minute to get it there though, but it's a good one. All right. All right. Yep, cannot beat some good, mostly dead pine. All right, let's get rid of the fire. Let's get rid of the fire, talk a little bit here for a second. Man, look at that. It's supposed to keep going. All right. All right, guys. Here we go. Duck knife. The Tradesman. The EDC fastback is what I would call it. And your probably break that off. Milwaukee. Yeah, all Milwaukee. 6-in-1 fastback pocket knife, Tradesman duck knife. Alright. That's what we got. Now, I know it's been a way too long video, but it's hard to condense a video with 4 knives and, let me turn my fan back on, and a couple fans into a short video. Anyway, this one, the duck knife, in my opinion, use it on the farm, use it for work, if that's what you need it for, use it for work, of course. But a good farm knife and a great boat knife. This would be a great knife to throw in a boat, all right? Great, great boat knife. So you have your boat covered. You have all aspects of your job, your work, whatever you do for a living, outdoors, indoors, doesn't matter. This would be a great, great little multi-tool work knife, right? So you have boat, work, EDC, needless to say, everyday carry, you know, nice, good looking little pocket knife. I don't know, a lot of people don't like red. I love red, one of my favorite colors, so I'm all about it. But EDC, you know, everyday carry, why not? Perfect. Then your camp knife, right? Maybe even slide it into hunting because it does have a hollow grind. So maybe hunting knife, maybe. But camp knife, hell yeah, camp knife for sure, bud. I'm all about it. I like it. Camp knife. So that's what we got. That is it. The video ran a lot longer than I wanted it to, and I apologize. But we're out of here. I'm out of here. We'll come back. We'll do something different. If you like what I do, like, share, subscribe, click the bell icon so you get all the notifications, all that good stuff, guys. All right, until then, we'll come back. We'll do something different. Keep watching my shorts. I appreciate everybody watching all my shorts. But I'll get out of here and we'll see you guys. Maybe, if this stupid clicker will work. Me and this clicker, I'll tell you. All right, see ya.